Gigi here of MimiGStyle.com with a quick and easy project for WeAllSew. I am often asked to make a tutorial on how to make an infinity scarf. They are super simple to make, super fast, and they can be worn all year round. During the spring and summer you can make them out of really lightweight fabrics, and during the fall and winter you can make them out of sweater knits, which is what I'm going to use for today's infinity scarf. Let's get started. Once you decide on the fabric that you're going to use, you are going to lay it out. And the one thing that you must make sure of is that you're going to be cutting a piece that is 36 inches on the fold by 30 inches wide. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fold my fabric in half. And I'm going to fold it with selvage edges to selvage edge. So I'm just going to fold it in half because I want to make it as wide as I can. Now the fold of the fabric is up towards the top right here, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want my scarf to be 72 inches long so that I can get at least 2 good wraps. And so what I want to do is I want to fold my fabric so I only need to cut one time as opposed to having to cut the length of 72 inches. Instead, we're just going to cut 36 inches by 30 inches wide. Now you can make the scarf as narrow or as wide as you would like, but I find that 30 inches folded onto itself gives me a finished scarf of just under 15 inches wide, and that seems to work really well for me. Now there aren't a lot of things that you need for this project. You really just need your fabric, your sewing machine, some coordinating thread, and some scissors. So now that you have your fabric laid out, let's do some measuring and cutting out. Now because I'm using a sweater knit, the finished edge of my fabric, my selvage edge, is pretty finished and it actually looks pretty good. So I'm actually just going to use that as one edge of my scarf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 30 inches across. And you can use some chalk or some kind of marking marker, a fabric marker or something if you need to. But I'm just going to measure 30 inches wide. And I'm going to make a little mark. And then I'm going to measure down 36 inches. Remember that this is on the fold, so when we open that scarf up, it'll be a total of 72 inches. And now using a ruler, you can either do this by eye or use a ruler. You're just going to make a straight line. And then from that 30 inches, you're going to make a straight line all the way down. And like I said, you can make this as narrow or as wide as you want. I'm going to bring this towards me so you guys can see. So I'm just going to connect my lines. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut this out. Set this aside, and now I have my piece of fabric. You can see when it's opened up. Now you can make this longer if you want to. You can make it, like I said, narrower. It's really all up to you, but I find that this measurement works best for me. So we're going to now fold our fabrics with the right sides together lengthwise. So we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to sew one straight line all the way down. Okay, now that we're at the machine, we're going to sew one straight stitch all the way down the length of our scarf. And now as you can see, the right sides of my fabric, the side people are going to see, is facing each other. And I'm going to be using 5/8 of a seam allowance. Once you're done sewing the length of your scarf, you're going to turn it right side out. And what you're going to do is you're going to align the seams on both open edges. Make sure that your scarf isn't twisted. And what you're going to do is you're going to pin here. And we're going to try and sew all the way around as much as we can, leaving a small opening that you'll have to either sew down or slip stitch. So with right sides facing, you can see my scarf here. You can see it gets a little harder and harder the closer you get to going all the way around. So we're just going to try and go as far as we can. And now you're just going to pull your scarf through. And as you can see, we've left this opening here that then we need to close. Now you can either slip stitch this by hand so that you can't see it, but since I'm probably going to place it onto my neck in a way that you won't even see this seam, I'm just going to go ahead and tack it down using my sewing machine. So I'm just going to turn the inside edges in, and I'm going to sew just along the edge. And now my opening is closed, and you won't even see it when you put it on. That's all there is to it. As you can see, we've created an infinity scarf, and you can wear it down, or you can, of course, wrap it. And that's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace.